supporters will come to my defense on this. I mean, certainly all I wanted to do was Senator Sanders asked me to put him into nomination, and I was honored. Not exactly sure why the decision was made to not allow me to do that, but Senator Sanders told me that the decision was made by others not to allow me to do that. So that's basically it.
Do you feel this is reflective of a larger sign of disrespect towards you and other Bernie supporters?
Well, you would have to ask them about that, but it certainly can be taken that way. Absolutely.
The only thing Nina Turner was going to do that day was to get out there and say, go vote for the Democrat. That Democrat being Hillary Clinton. She was Bernie Sanders' #1 surrogate, and if not #1, damn sure close to the top of being one of his #1 surrogates, one of his soldiers going out there stomping for him. And I don't even feel right calling Nina Turner Nina Turner. I want to call her Miss Turner. That's how awesome she was at the job that she was pulling off. I'm pretty sure Nina Turner knows that Sanders was being slighted. And I even had a conversation with Nina Turner, asking her, why on earth is Bernie Sanders continuing to support these people when they are screwing him over royally? She says he has a plan, and he thinks that he knows what he's doing. And so you have the situation where Nina Turner stumping for Sanders, Sanders surrogate. Sanders wanted her to give that speech announcing Sanders, who was going to go out and stump for Clinton. And the DNC told her no. It's a slight. It's an embarrassment. And it was meant to be that way. Nina Turner takes all sorts of flack for being a Sanders surrogate. The DNC didn't particularly like Sanders, and many of the Democrats didn't even consider Sanders to be a Democrat. So it's fascinating when they're attacking either Turner or, in this case, Susan Sarandon for stomping for Sanders. Nina Turner explodes on Neera Tanden. Neera Tanden is the Clintonite. It's the Clinton Cretin, the one who works for Center for American Progress. Just so you know who she is, Neera Tanden physically attacked Sanders' current campaign manager. Physically attacked. Now she says, well, I didn't really physically attack him, I just pushed him. Either way, physically attacked him. Nina Turner explodes on Neera Tanden. Welcome to the soapbox. This was awesome. I love Nina Turner. I think she's awesome. So giving Neera Tanden kind of giving her the business for just atrocious behavior and attacks on Susan Sarandon is doing God's work. Welcome to the soapbox. My name is Jamarl Thomas. This is the Progressive Soapbox. Guys, if you like this content, you find yourself coming back to this channel often, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell. This channel is growing, and I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to do this job. Especially if you definitely find yourself digging the content, please consider supporting through PayPal or Patreon. Even $1 helps. Take a look at this. I like to show this video.
We have got to defeat Donald Trump. And we have got to elect Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine.
They boo him for roughly a minute. They boo him for roughly a minute. These are his own delegates. They know what's up. They know he's being cheated. They know he's being slighted. Sanders know he's being cheated. Sanders know he's being slighted. And he still goes out and says, we gotta elect Hillary Clinton. And he does this stadium after stadium after stadium after stadium. Hillary Clinton couldn't fill a doghouse, but Bernie Sanders could. Not just a doghouse, he could fill stadiums, 10,000, 15,000 people coming. And he has to go out, shame himself and saying, I need you to go vote for Hillary Clinton. And they boo him. He does it anyway. But guess what? His surrogates also, meaning Nina Turner was going to get on that Democratic convention stage and say, we need to go and we need to, make sure Donald Trump doesn't get into office. Sanders asked her to do that, and she was willing to do that, despite the fact that she knows she was being cheated. She knows it. Do you think they give her credit for that? No. Do you think the Clintonites give Sanders credit for that? No, they don't. Meaning, he's going out here and getting booed like this by his own supporters in order to support Hillary Clinton because he believes that Trump is worse. And he does it in stadium after stadium after stadium and getting booed. And then after the fact, gets no credit for doing so. Not from his own supporters, because his own supporters didn't want him to do it. But not from the Clintonites either, who didn't even want the American population to get a choice. We believe in democracy, except when that democracy may stop Hillary Clinton from getting into office. Susan Sarandon is stumping for Sanders again. And she was stumping for him for the first time around. And she was extremely effective in stumping for Sanders, which is why the Clintonites hated her so much. Susan Sarandon is at a campaign event for Sanders. And Susan Sarandon comes out and says the following.
I'm heartened by the fact that so many people are on the ground knocking on doors and helping to give information that the mainstream media either is suppressing or corrupting or misrepresenting. It's so important because when people know and when they hear the senator's policies, when they see his track record, when they know how authentic he is and how he has been fighting for these issues for so long, he is the only one that has that reputation. He is not someone who used to be a Republican. He is not someone who used to take money or still takes money from Wall Street. He is the real deal. And that's why this is it. We don't have time for incremental change. We don't have time for middle ground. And I'm sure that as people who live off the land, as people who see the crises in various communities, and people who are thinking for themselves, you understand that this is the moment we have to stand up and be counted and bring.
What did she say there that was wrong? What did she say there that was wrong? Nothing. Not one thing she said there was wrong. Everything that she said there was entirely true. What are the Clintonites complaining about? Listen to the speech again. Listen to what she's saying again. What do they complain about in the speech? Everything she's saying here is true. Flat, fact, true. And sometimes it doesn't really matter if it's true. Sometimes it burns because it's true. Let's hear him again.
By the fact that so many people are on the ground knocking on doors and helping to give information that the mainstream media either is suppressing or corrupting or misrepresenting. It's so important because when people know and when they hear the senator's policies, when they see his track record, when they know how authentic he is and how he has been fighting for these issues for so long, he is the only one that has that reputation. He is not someone who used to be a Republican. He is not someone who used to take money or still takes money from Wall Street.
Or will take money from Wall Street when they get out of the primaries. The issue that people had with this, some people, was that she mentioned she didn't used to be a Republican. He's not a person who used to be a Republican. He has been fighting for these issues for 40 years. And people say, whoa! It sounds like that's a swipe at Elizabeth Warren. If that's a swipe at Elizabeth Warren, then it burns a bit because it's true. Elizabeth Warren did used to be a Republican. I don't necessarily hold that against her, but in the argument of this person has been fighting for this stuff for 30, 40 years, and he has, for the most part, kept the same temperament of perspective, pushing for various issues with a very specific perspective of the 99 or even the 95% of the population. He didn't used to be a Republican. She's talking about Warren. Warren used to be a Republican. And when she makes this point, he's not taking money for Wall Street. He's not out there prostrating himself for Wall Street. And maybe she should have added, nor will he when he gets out of the primary, something that Warren will also do. I keep making this point. Nobody ever asked Warren this question. Why is it okay for you to not take money in the primaries, but to take money in the general election? What is it about taking money that bothers you so in the primary, but is okay in the general? Nobody ever asked her that question. I would love for someone to ask Warren that question. But beyond that point, they're pissed off because she said that. Problem is, that's true. That's true. And if you're bothered by it, maybe you need to inspect why. Neera Tanden, Clinton creature, is complaining about this. Neera Tanden is not the only one that's complaining about this. All sorts of Clinton apologists and Clinton supporters are complaining about this very speech. Now, they hate Susan Sarandon because Susan Sarandon supported Bernie Sanders in 2016. That hatred has never gone anywhere. Some of the most hateful people in the world are Democrats. They don't think themselves that way, but I would say look at the things that they say and how they come across. They are horrendous people, at the very least in their temperament in a political sense. Neera Tanden comes out and says this. News like this has become commonplace, and every once in a while, I just want to thank Susan Sarandon for her campaigning, not just voting third party. Instead of working to stop Trump, she helped him. Fuck democracy. Screw democracy. If your candidate is so weak as a candidate that you have to browbeat people who didn't support your candidate, and I will put to you that the issue here is your candidate, not the people who didn't support her. Just saying. So let's keep going. There's more. Nina Turner. You have some nerve, Neera Tanden. It's your area of expertise to start a mess. Last time I checked, this is America, and folks have the right to vote for who they want. Get off of Susan Sarandon. She doesn't answer to you. As a flat fact, she doesn't. And as a flat fact, people can vote for who they want. And in a democracy, democratic system, people have that right. And I'm saying right to vote for who they want. If you're browbeating because they're not voting for your candidate, then I put to you that the issue here is your candidate. It is the job of your candidate to go out and get those votes. Susan Sarandon has her own political temperament. She's not wrong for having that political temperament. She has things that she wants to see espoused in the larger world. And she, like me, see no purpose in voting for a candidate that doesn't move that ball along. And I put to you that Hillary Clinton doesn't move that ball along. The conversations we've been having about healthcare, education, expanding of Social Security does not happen with Clinton in office. It doesn't happen. And as atrocious as Donald Trump's policies are, those policies are only an extension of what Clinton would do or what Obama did. The world didn't fall off of a cliff when Trump took office. It just moved a little bit further in the direction that it was already going with the Democratic president. Whether that's saying Venezuela is a national security threat, that's a lie, that's not true, and yet Obama pushed it. Trump pushes the ball a little further, and people flip out. Or, if you want to go into, not healthcare, but policies towards Iran. Again, this is just moving the ball a little further. The world did not fall off of a cliff when Trump took office. Things just got worse. But they're only an extension of the policies that Obama was implemented or that Clinton would implement. And beyond all of that, it is a choice of each individual for who they want to vote for based on their own political temperament. Let's keep going. There's more. Thanks, Nina Turner, for reminding people that you voted for Jill Stein in 2016. You and Susan Sarandon both. You didn't vote for the person who could beat Trump. You helped him by voting third party in a swing state. How do you know? How do you know who Nina Turner voted for? You don't. You have no idea who Nina Turner voted for. You don't know who the hell I voted for. Don't bring it here, Neera Tanden. You don't want to do this dance. It's because of mean, hateful neoliberals like you that we have Trump in the White House. Own your shit. Don't ever come for me. I had one mama and she's dead. Now the video that Neera Tanden put out is this one. Let's see. Let me see if I can show it. And I need to end this one rather soon, so I apologize. But this video. And she's trying to use this video as evidence. I will be right back. But my point is this. You have no idea who Nina Turner voted for. So don't say you do. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks all.